What's up, everybody? This is Chieftain, and I'm here with the dancing fool known as Hiro.
That's right.
And the Stevie Wonder dancing Oni. And you're watching Laggin Out.
It's so damn hot. Milk was a bad choice.
Hey, we may not be live, but all our outtakes are live.
All our fuck-ups are going to be live on Patreon. No, I don't know about that. Anyways.
Definitely not Patreon, because Patreon can go fuck itself.
Wow, we still make money on Patreon. Shut up.
I'm just saying, because Patreon bans people for off-platform behavior, but that's not what.
And
this
that's a
video's
subject
about.
for a live. But today, we are on this beautiful Friday. We are going to be discussing the toxic games of the last 10 years and the toxic games of today. And Oni loves this subject because she's grinning from ear to ear, which very rarely happens, but it happens a lot when we're on the live. But yeah, toxic games of the last 10 years, guys. We were fighting over this, weren't we?
Toxic game communities, because
toxic communities. That's right.
yeah,
Sorry, toxic.
The games
communities
themselves weren't toxic. It's just they came with a fan base that was.
What? I'm sure one
Right.
of them is. I'm sure one is.
At this point,
Emotional damage. All right. So 10 years ago, we actually picked 4 games that were really toxic as far as their communities are concerned, and I'm proud to say I was part of 2 of them. The first one that we all picked was, of course, the 10 years Try Hard Award nominee, Call of Duty.
At this
Toxic
point,
community.
At this point, Call of Duty is just an honorable mention on every try-hard period. But this year it won't
Except
be.
for this year. Not this year,
it
though.
won't be. Because this year they don't have a game coming out.
Wah, wah.
And that may be the best choice for them to do.
Right. So people that play Call of Duty need to actually go out and to the sunlight and get some vitamin D, and not sit down and watch a
At
video
this
game.
point, they might just, every time they hear that there won't be a Call of Duty, we could just insert that meme where it's a picture of some person going,
or you have that nerdgasm meme. It's like this. And then I know you were talking, because that was a pretty toxic community. If you're actually in a lobby there's a lot of 12-year-olds that have fucked your mom. That's all I have to say. Like, there's a whole lot of 12-year-olds like
if
the
you ever
fuck
played
baby born.
Call of Duty a decade ago for any length of time, you would find out that a 12-year-old was responsible for your birth, or your mom
Right.
was just, passed around like a hookah or something.
Right. In Call of Duty, League of Legends, Battlefield, Halo, the term back then is probably not really PC now, but it's like, oh, get raped, kid. Like that, you would hear that all the time 10 years ago, but now it's just like, if you say that, boom, permabanned.
Yeah, if
Like,
you
you
say
would
that,
say that when you would own somebody back then, but you can't say that now. Back in my day, when I played Call of Duty and Halo.
Or
Back-
other
back
types
then-
of...
Back then it would have been okay, but these days you got to preface your statement with trigger warning, get raped, kid.
Right? Exactly. And apparently I never play League of Legends, but I don't know if you guys have actually played it, but it's just as toxic, you said?
Apparently it is known for how toxic it is. I mean, I didn't know that their community was that bad. I played...
Oni, yeah?
Yeah, so, okay. Back in my early YouTube watching days, there was a show called WatchMojo.com, which is still around. League of Legends was on #1.
Oh, wow.
Now, here's the thing.
Ooh.
This is one of those early games of sort of a battle royale on teams, and
It's a Dota
very,
format.
Very, very
Oh, okay.
competitive.
Dota format, yeah.
So competitive. Just ask Soda. Soda
yeah.
knows. And,
Soda knows exactly
Soda
how
knows
it
the
goes.
pain.
So
Yeah, definitely.
I would
And Hiro, you
actually-
played Battlefield, right?
I played Battlefield. I also played League of Legends when it first released. It wasn't my cup of tea. I also played Dota before
Oh wow.
Yeah, before it was actually an official game of its own.
Right.
I was playing it when it was a mod for Warcraft 3.
Right. So we were talking before the video, and it's like, yeah, we're going to add Call of Duty and Battlefield because they're the same thing. That's what Hiro said,
Yep,
and I got triggered from that.
I will gladly say that just to get the reaction.
Yeah, the communities are very much the same, but those two communities are like toxic squared. Not only do they hate each other, but they hate the Battlefield community, and the Battlefield community hates Call of Duty. They're like, that's not real game. You don't have bullet drop. And it's like, well, that's not a real game because it takes an hour and a half. So it's like one's a fast trigger game, one is more a strategy game. And so like they would not only be toxic within the context of their own communities, they're toxic towards each other. So it's so crazy. And the same thing can be said with our fourth one, Halo and Destiny, which is not on the list. But Halo and Destiny people are the same way as Call of Duty people and Battlefield. Would you guys say so?
I would agree. And when I decided to suggest that we add Halo into it, I was specifically referring to Halo 2.
Halo 2 specifically. Yeah,
my introduction to FPS.
That's from
gaming.
personal experience.
Yeah, my introduction to FPS gaming as it is today was Battlefield 2 and Halo 2.
Right.
That's a real callback, I'm guessing. And those communities, you get online, you get on the mic, it's immediately a lot of get fucking good, you piece of shit kind of language.
Let's just say it. We always hint around to it. Let's just give Brady Bandit the credit. Get gooder, right? That's bandit. That's the bandit. That's the bandit saying we love her.
That's the bandit saying thing, right?
It's a get gooder community, definitely.
Yeah, they'd say all kinds of really nasty and cruel shit. And Back then,
I was toxic. I'm toxic in those games. I'll be the first to admit it. Zombie Killer will be the first to admit and throw me under the bus and say I was.
Admission is the first step to solving the problem.
It's acceptance. Yeah, but it's funny how some things never change, guys, right? Because now there's a new list of games, but there are some old games on that list, isn't there? Oni, what are the four that we picked?
We definitely chose League of Legends because there's more champions now, and it's still super duper popular. Yeah, Soda.
And I'm sure its community is still just as bad as it was then.
I'm sure
they've actually apparently taken steps to try and fix that. All of their pro gaming stuff, because I think that's part of why League of Legends is still around, is because it is in the pro esports right now, and they have a lot of specific rules for conduct when on the mic. But that apparently hasn't translated over to the private gaming side of it.
Please raise your hand if you're shocked by this.
I'm not shocked at all.
I'm not saying that.
No, I never played League, so
I haven't, but I did know people who did in the early days. Early days, I say, but this is again why I play single player games, because if anyone's gonna get angry at themselves, it's me. I'm the problem. Clearly, I am the problem.
This list can literally go on forever, guys.
Yeah.
So if you have any suggestions on toxic communities, go ahead and comment on the bottom, and we'd like to hear it, and your reasoning behind it. But the next one we have is Fortnite, which is extremely toxic. I've seen a lot of TikToks and hover videos on some toxicity. It's like, I've won 15 in a row. It's like, this kid's cheating, and I'm going to show you how. So it was just like, yes, Oni.
I had a conversation with some coworkers of mine because the way I was saying it, it made them think I wasn't a gamer, and I'm like, whoa, hang on, my good sirs, I do game. However, Fortnite
let me grab your ear.
Is fucking cancer. It is, in my opinion, one of the reasons why the gaming community as a whole has gone down the rabbit hole of pay-to-win models. You have children using their parents' credit cards to buy V-Bucks. Not getting into the name on that one.
Pay to play.
And not understanding that is real fucking money.
On that note,
I will say from pop culture and then not giving
I can vouch for kids stealing or finding ways to take their parents' money or credit card numbers just so they could buy more shit on Fortnite. My spouse worked for iTunes support. And do you know how many phone calls she had
Returns.
that were, hey, I need to refund this purchase because this was not an authorized purchase. Now, mind you, Apple
Right.
specifies in their terms of service for their Apple Store that they don't do refunds. But
Right.
sometimes they do as a courtesy. So just think, if
Speaking
you
of
have
buying stuff,
that
yeah.
many phone calls on a regular basis of my kid got my credit card and bought V-Bucks, and that's all they need to
parents-
say.
My
Well,
parents.
it's a completely different story with the next game. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your point really quick. 30
no,
seconds.
I'm sorry. My parents would fucking kill me if I did that shit.
Mine too.
You
Oh, yeah,
asked
mine
permission
too.
before you took or borrowed anything. You asked, and
Oh,
nowadays
definitely.
these
Kids
kids
don't
do
do
not
that now.
understand. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's such a toxic thing. It makes me even worse. Let's
See,
drop
that's
it
why I
in
like
French.
Apex, which is our next game, which is it's free download. So there's not a lot of
Yeah.
like microtransactions there.
But there
But
is.
I don't know anything about it being toxic. I watch again Braided Bandit. I watch Pink. Our friends actually play this game, and there are some people there that are giant douches, especially if you're a girl or a woman. But I think it's more gender specific in this game from what I observed in the many games I've seen Bandit play and I've seen Pink play, which they actually played in an Apex tournament in 2 separate teams, and Pink wound up winning. I just realized later on Twitch that they were both playing in separate divisions, but like Pink won everything in that. But it was an all female team that like smoked all the dudes. It was great. But I can see how toxic that can be. Like there's some like OP selections in that game as well.
If I had anything to say as far as that, I just think that the toxicity has simply shifted franchises or rebalanced out, if you will.
Yeah, it's the same people in different
when
games.
When you end up with a toxic group, the way the communication works in these games is if you're in the lobby. But with Apex, you're never in a lobby, so the toxicity is just express and explicitly to the people on your team. I've seen a lot of the people that the
You
rage
can
quitters.
talk to other team members inside the Royale.
Ah,
Inside, you can because you hear fuck you, da, 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 da. Like I hear, or like someone will send a message. So it's yes,
it's
and
accessible.
yes and no.
But what I think is more the culprit is the people that the elitists, the individual elitists that just shit talk their teammates and rage quit in the middle of a match.
Yeah. I can't say I disagree, and I'm one of those people that used to do that. But anyways, it's like, it's all your fault we fucking lost. If you listen to me, I'm good at patterns. Like, I was part of a team that we've won 62 games in a row. You need to listen. But your KD is 102. Yeah, because I surround myself with people that are better than me. Now, we also had one more Overwatch, which was debatable, but we don't have time to talk about that. So if you guys have any reasoning why Overwatch would be a toxic gaming community, please comment below. And also, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe at the links below. And the biggest run-on sentence ever, don't forget to bang that bell. The top right-hand corner of your screen so you never miss an episode of Laggin' Out. And on behalf of the beautifully mohawked lady we like to call BlacklightOni, and he's got a brand new haircut. We love it. He looks like his avatar now. Hiro!
That is that.
Oh, wrong button. This is Chieftain signing off and lagging out.